Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is, what's today? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. The Saturday's the 13th. The 12th is on Friday. The 11th is on Thursday. That means today is the 10th of December, 2025. A little bit of an update on the truck. My buddy Jeremy and my son Blake came over the other night and we got the motor and transmission pulled. It's sitting over here in the corner and it went really smooth. It wasn't a big deal. Basically it's making sure all your cables and connectors and hoses and all that stuff is disconnected. I was on the fence about taking this entire front clip off, but I'm really glad I did. So I had 2 hours in taking the clip off. And in the previous video, I told you it was not a big deal. We weren't thrashing to get it done. But long story short, it made everything so much easier getting the motor and transmission out in one, as one unit. And, you don't got to worry about unbolting the bell housing and all that stuff underneath the truck. It came out one unit. Now I can have the firewall cleaned up, get these rails exposed, finish getting this drop member out. Those are the next steps. So I'm gonna walk you over the truck to show you what I want to get done tonight. It is 5:30 on Wednesday evening, so I'll probably work a couple hours here. But my goal for tonight is to get the firewall cleaned up, and what I mean by cleaned up is everything removed off of it: the booster, the master cylinder, get the steering disconnected, get the steering gearbox off the frame rail. Gotta get that. How do you guys heat your garage? Right now I use this beautiful torpedo heater, and this garage, it heats up. I can get it up to 60 from 35 degrees, probably in 20 minutes. But it's loud, and I can't record myself while it's buzzing. So checked out those Vevor heaters. Maybe that's something. A 2-bay garage cinder block with ceilings that aren't insulated. I don't know how feasible that would be, but if it would keep it 50 in here, that'd be awesome too. But goal tonight, steering done, steering pulled off. I got both spindles pulled off last night, and I pulled them off with the wheels. Pulled the spindles off with the wheels, the brakes, the rotors on it, calipers. So everything's, now everything's not laying around everywhere. It's all together right there. There's the bumpers. Hey, just got him a new ham bone, so he is occupied. He is happy. But goal tonight is just when the night's over, I just want these frame rails sticking out of the front of the truck, and that's it. That way, in the next night or two or over the weekend, I can get them all wire wheeled, cleaned up, painted. I know we can start bolting in the GMSS front drop member and, continue to move forward. I do want to, let me turn the camera around, guys. I decided I'm 80% sure that I want to shave this firewall and clean it up. This side is obviously going to be easy. This in the kit, or the sheet metal that I would purchase, it would round this guy off and make it symmetrical with the driver's side. I'd also like to get all of this cleaned up so I don't got wires coming out of here. The idea is to get a standoff fuse panel mount or bracket on the inside of the truck. And what that would do is, instead of the wires having to come through here, they would come through, well, they would still connect. That's your connector. And I don't think I have, where do I have it at? Where's my connector at? Well, anyway, there's another connector that goes over this that your wiring harness to the engine bay comes out of. What if I would mount this on the inside? What would happen is I could mount it on the inside of the cab, make my connections, and then come out somewhere through here. And then when the fender's here, snake it up through the fender, and it would all be hidden. This would be cleaned up. These holes wouldn't even be here any longer. So that would clean that up. And then when I switch to my Willwood master cylinder with the more compact flush mounted booster. It should make this all better. What I'm hung up on right now is my steering shaft or my stock column. I have a low car shifter on the floor. This I don't even need anymore for the column shifter. But like that hole needs to go, and I'd like to clean that up. Maybe I'm just being too picky. Maybe I just want to get on the road and drive the damn thing. Maybe I'm worried about it too much, but it seems like if I'm doing it now, and I know a lot of you guys are probably guilty of this, if I'm doing it now, I want to do it right, and I want to take the time and do it right. And that's why this freaking project has turned into a 3-year journey instead of taking it down in the fall and having it back in spring. So where do you stop? You know what I mean? I'm not pulling the cab. I'm not taking the cab off the truck. I mean, I should probably undercoat that, but like, where do you stop? You know, I want to drive the damn truck. I'm building a driver. I'm not building a show truck, but having a welding background and being quite capable of welding that all in, and shaving the firewall would not take me long, and I think I would be really happy with the results. So that's coming out tonight. Steering's coming. Oh, it's weird going back. Wait. Ooh. How in the... That. Right, I'll move the camera. That is coming out. And then we're going to get the entire Crossmember out of this bad boy. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I know how to do time-lapse. Maybe I'll set the tripod up and time-lapse me pulling this shit apart. But I stop and think, and I don't know if it would be worth it or not. But anyway, that's where we're at tonight. We're going to get this knocked out, and we'll report back. Just wanted to show you guys what's going on here, and it's not rocket science. It's kind of cool though. You have all this hydraulic pressure. These are just plugs that I put in. I'm trying to get these set screws off so I can collapse this shaft a little bit so I can pull the shaft off, and then the gearbox has two separate units. But when I pull this off and turn it upside down and move it, all this fluid's going to flow somewhere, so I might as well get it pumped out now. So if I just rotate it, got that bucket underneath. If you guys are thinking about upgrading your gearbox, I'd highly recommend this Borgeson gearbox. There's a little bit more money than the ones you see online on like eBay and stuff, but it changed the way this truck drove. It was so tight driving with this. I am excited to go to the rack, the Mustang 2 rack with this GMSS drop member. Keep working her back and forth. At least get most of it out of here. When I put in these fudge, I'm gonna squirt myself. When I put in these set screws, I obviously used red Loctite, so just warming them up a little bit with that little propane torch. That's not propane. What is propane? Blue's propane. Yellow's MAP gas, right? made a world of difference. Don't you hate that when you get a socket stuck on there? Usually I'd run this back in and then wiggle it and break it loose. Here she went. I don't know how loud that torpedo heater is on the phone or on the video. See, like that's twisting my bit. This section right here, this is a rubber seal. So I'm watching that very carefully, and I'm actually pointing my flame away. Just trying to heat up around it so that Loctite loosens up. At least that's the theory. The last one, it did not take much. Something so simple. It's like one step on getting this truck apart, and I'm probably 15 minutes into, 20 minutes into just taking out set screws. Not complaining, I love it. See, there we go. And I'll hang on to these parts. I plan on, you know, one day I'll have another C10 of some sorts. These are good parts I can reuse. It makes me feel good. Not the fact that I got it out, but the fact that they were in there that tight. You know, driving down the road, you know, that gives me a little bit more faith in red Loctite. Alright, I'm going to take the camera off of here and move her back over there. Alright, initially I thought I'd take off the shaft first. It doesn't collapse enough to get it out of there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop the gearbox, and once that's dropped, I can obviously pull the shaft out. Harbor Freight! So I got less to clean up. What do you think of my new shoes? Ha! My soles are falling off my other boots. fast. Good boys, how was your ham bone? Huh? The older I get, the more I hate making messes. I'll slow down, make less mess, hopefully. That's how it was. Next step, do I remove the booster and master cylinder, or do I get the Crossmember out of here? I think I'm going to do the booster and master cylinder. I bought this at Walmart like 2 years ago. Ozzy just looked up and saw it. pretty cool. Apparently he doesn't like it. Distraction. That's why I can't get anything done. Alright, well apparently I got Ozzy too fired up, right? You're gonna be hearing him bark. He's pretty torqued. The old fox head was too much for him, right? Too much of your own kind. So I'm getting rid of these spaghetti noodles. These are stainless steel lines I put in, and I did not shorten them when I did it. I just kind of routed them. Didn't really know what I was doing. Not that I do now, but I do know more now than I did. So I'm gonna take them off. 3/8 and a 9/16. So we'll get them off and get them out of the way. Put my kitty litter box quick dry in case I got any leaks or drips. I am the zip tie king. Self-proclaimed. Can you see me? Oh, smokes. You ever start something and then question yourself on why you started it? 5 years ago, this was a long bed, run and drive a truck, and I just hop in it and go. I know why I do it. To look cool. I do it to look cool. To make the kids all go, man, look at that guy's cool truck. But by the time I get done with it, they'll be saying, Look at that old guy's cool truck. Sorry, I need to go buy. I need to go get a 7/16. Don't have it. Alright, we're about ready to pull this booster off. There's 4 9/16 bolts, or 4 9/16 inch nuts on these studs. Got a couple of them off already. Shouldn't go anywhere. I know there's a linkage under the dash, but I think it's just a pin. Oh. And that's 4 9/16, 1/2 inch connected to the top of the steering column bracket. Just when you think it's loose enough to use your finger and not the wrench, keep using the wrench. Alright, I was wrong. I just remembered. The pin that I'm talking about is in between these two. This is still a linkage. Duh. So, put a nut back on there so she doesn't fall off. And then I gotta have a look-see on the dash. I'll be back. Even Ozzy, my pooch, opened the door to go in there and check things out, and guess who wanted to go for a ride? Look, do you want to go bye-byes? You did. All right, guys. Up under the dash, here's your steering column. Oh, zip it. Can you see that? It's behind the brake pedal there. That comes through the firewall. And then that nut with your cotter pin is right there. So that's got to come out. And I think I got to twist that Heim off the end of it, or that link off the end of it. I can slide it through that rubber boot up. There. I'll be back. I'm not holding the phone and doing that. Alright, that turned into a 10-minute ordeal. I had to lower the steering shaft to get the nut out, or the bolt out. This, because the bolt was hitting the steering shaft and I couldn't get it out. So, should be able to pull this out now. We'll see. Uh-oh. Ozzy, no. Don't eat that nut. It's like giving birth. Success! All right, now. So we don't lose anything, we'll put all this stuff back on. Ozzy. Retrieve. Fetch. Fetch the nut I dropped. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff tidied up, and now we're gonna move down to the Crossmember here, and that should come out fairly easy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 bolts, 5 per side there. And then I got to remove my shocks. So 10, 11, 12, 14 bolts. How bad could that be? All right, we got the master cylinder off, brake booster off. Got the shocks removed. Wasn't too exciting. And now we flip this around. This cross member is bolted in with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then these studs that hold your upper control arm on go through the frame as well. So those have to come off. And then I forgot about those two guys as well, I believe have to come off. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 more bolts, and we should be good to go. So once those come off, that cross member should just drop straight down. What's going on my hand? Like my nail polish. That cross member should just drop straight down, and at that point we're ready to start wire wheeling and cleaning this up and throw in the Going Mountain Speed Shop drop member. So exciting, man. This is what I was talking about. Now it's easier to see. This is hideous. I mean, this I'm not using anymore because I have my low car shifter, so I'll at least cut that off. And maybe looking at it right now and just thinking on the fly, I know there's a bearing. There's got to be a bearing right there. But maybe I can make some type of sleeve that slips over this. I can cut this off. I can make some type of sleeve that slips over top of this guy and looks a little bit cleaner. Because if I'm smoothing this out, I don't know. If anyone knows if they make a better looking mount than that, that would be helpful. But if I could at least close in, this notch, I think that would clean that up. I just don't want to smoke any bearings, you know? So if I made a piece of pipe that slid over top of it and had like a set screw maybe, instead of welding on it, that might be all right. But not a whole lot of cleanup to do. Like I said, this side won't be bad. All right, guys. Let's get this cross member knocked out. All right, boys and girls. I misspoke earlier, and I want to correct it now. These studs that hold your control arm on. What's up, Horace? What's up, baby? Huh? Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. I took his bone away. He ate half of a ham bone, so now he's kissing my butt because he wants it back. All right, I misspoke. These do not go through the frame. They are, actually, I don't think they go through the frame. No, they don't. They're actually studs that are pinched in, I believe, behind this L-shaped plate. Hey, I'm making a video. I'm making a video. Get down. Ozzy, get down. You're being bad. You're being bad. You're going to hit the camera. Stop it. See, I told Ozzy. All right, so we're going to finish taking these out. Got the inside, it's an 11/16 bolt. On the outside, it's a 5/8 inch head. I'm sorry, getting tired. On the inside, it's 11/16 nut. On the outside, it's a 5/8 inch bolt head. Going blind. There we go. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I can't, like I took that apart. I can't move on to the next step unless I put them back together. Because I know damn well I'll never find that nut again. So there's the other one. See, like this one. There's the nut. Would have lost it. Laying in the frame rail. I'm gonna lay that below me. And then the next step is those 3 that come up through here. I broke them loose, but now I got to get up underneath and get a ratchet on those. And I'll probably put a jack stand underneath the Crossmember. I don't think she'll just drop right out because if I remember right, when I put this up in there, it was what are you doing? It was relatively a tight fit pushing it up in there. So on to the next step. All right, let's get these knocked out. That was easy. All right, I got 2 bolts, 3 bolts, 3 nuts. What? 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 Ozzy. Get down. Come on, get down. Maybe, and here's an idea, Ozzy. Maybe we should get you your own YouTube channel. Huh? All right, and now you made me drop a nut, and I don't know where it's at. Thanks for that. Is there a nut down there? Maybe it's in here. You ever lose a nut in a socket? I just found 2 more bolts that I didn't tell you guys about. So I gotta show you those. All right, let's break these loose. Give me my schnips. Zip Tie King coming at you live. All right. 1, 2. The fuel line out of the way, and I got my 2-aught cable going back to my battery. That was easy. That was easy. If you guys go back and watch the videos from maybe 4 or 5 years ago, you'll see when I originally got this truck, this Crossmember had some serious rot up here in his pocket. So I ended up driving to New Jersey and buying this one off of a guy. Hey, stop that. And I replaced the entire Crossmember with this one. Found my nut. It rolled over here. Now where did I put the bolt? Where did I put the bolt? There it is. All right, so there's 2 more per side. I believe they're 11/16. Let me turn it around here. Yee! You guys can see those 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So we'll get them knocked out. I think they're 11/16. Nope. They're not 11/16. They must be. What's the next size, Ozzy, man? Huh? What's the next size? 5/8? 5/8. Ooga dooga. No nuts to go with those. Hey, stop that. Stop that. You're being mischievous. All right. So, with that being said, let me get this in a better spot. Ozzy, stay out of the shot. I highly recommend buying a motorcycle jack. Here she comes, boys. Shit, I just remembered something. Gosh damn it. Gosh dang it. It's out, but I never disconnected my airlines. So we're good. I'll show you how I have them routed. have them coming up the inside of the frame. And then I put rubber bushings in here and ran them through that. And then I have them coming in the back of that guy. Back of the Crossmember to the bag. And I believe I have a 90 on the top of the bag. So, mister, you gotta stop. You wanna go in the house? You wanna go in the house? All right, so basically I'm gonna have to on-bolt the top bag mount, which is 4 more bolts per side. And then I can get to the top of the bag, take the quick connect it out for that. Hey, you stealing my bolts? Hey. Oh, you're a bad boy. You bad boy. Ozzy, you bad boy. You're bad. Hey, you going to the house? Okay, let's go. All right, I got the airbags disconnected. Now I just got to pull her out from under there and we're done. And the fun part, cleaning up. Yes. All right, question of the night. Torpedo heater? Torpedo heater or salamander? Or wherever you guys are from, maybe you call it something different. I'm in central Pennsylvania, so I call it a torpedo heater. I hear a lot of guys call it a salamander. I don't know why. All right, so it is out. We have a blank slate to work with. No turning back now. So, thanks for checking us out or checking the channel out. Plan now is to get all this cleaned up. Whew, am I huffing and puffing? I think I am. You know what? It's just so many ups and downs. I'm 45 years old. Within the next 5 years, my goal is to build a new shop or add on to this one and go out the front here, right out the front. 30 by 40, whatever. 12, 14 foot high doors or high walls. And put a stinking lift in it. Probably 4-post lift. So anyway, thanks for checking us out. If you like this, give me a like. If you have any questions, give me a comment. Anything you saw that I did wrong, any suggestions on what brand to use for the sheet metal, yeah, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.